Smith, Zach Zarba, and one of the senior officials in the league. Puts it up as Tyson Chandler controls it, and the Hornets will have it to start the fourth as well. So here we go. First of the four-game trip. Houston on Sunday, Tuesday Dallas, Thursday the Utah Jazz. David West against Lamar Odom.
And you can see they're trying to get David off to start.
It's going to be short of the fall away. Good close by Lamar Odom. And on the roll, Lamar left it. You saw Gasol coming down the middle. Good get back by Radmanovich.
Good vision. Good vision. It's not his man, but in transition, he picked up David West, but also had his eyes on the basketball and enabled him to tip it away.
Mo Peterson puts the Hornets on top. So the quick catch and shoot. 8th year out of Michigan State. 30-year-old from Flint, Michigan. First 2 points of the game. Now can Mo Peterson cover Kobe. Spins out, but Radmanovich up against Stojakovic took it away for a second chance opportunity.
Stojakovic is not a rebounder, so if Radmanovich is moving his feet, doing some good things, he can find himself in a good position.
With the left hand, Stojakovic comes up with a miss by Gasol.
Don't want to let the Hornets really get out to any kind of a big cushion, because they obviously play well from the lead.
Chandler lost it. Good D. Good read by Gasol, taking away the baseline.
Tyson trying to do a little bit too much that time, little spin move, and 7-footer didn't bend his legs at all.
Kobe beat Peterson, and he can't crawl it home. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Don't forget, in this building, Kobe had 50 almost a year ago.
When you said beat Peterson, you may be saying that a lot, because Kobe beats everybody. I mean, if you're going to play up tight on him, you're asking for trouble. If you play off of him, you're asking for trouble. He's just upset at himself for missing what for him is an easy opportunity.
Did miss a free throw in the last game for the Lakers when he had 34. And like we've seen so often for Phil Jackson in his squad, he had 24 until the last 8 minutes of the game. And then he put the Lakers in a position to pull away from the Toronto Raptors.
And that's what he likes to do. He likes to take over down the stretch. And the fourth quarter down the stretch, he really picks it up.
Little token pressure, the deflection by Odom. Fish leaving it off, and an easy one. Points off a turnover.
Boy, they jumped on Chris Paul to start, and he threw an errant pass and right to Derek Fisher.
Lakers' first lead of the game. And they'll call a reach and a foul. So Paul gets the whistle.
And that's what you don't want to do when you have him trapped like that. Just keep him bottled up. Don't try and be too overly aggressive. They bottled him up. He threw it away the first time, and the Lakers got an easy hoop of it. The second time they bottled him up, they got to reaching and grabbing and picked up the foul.
We talked about Andrew Bynum when the Lakers won here. Don't forget Trevor Ariza. So the Lakers get those two back hopefully in the next few weeks. Chris Paul trying to give him the lead. A little strong. A lot strong.
Well, the door is still open. You have to feel the breeze. I can feel it.
Mismatch defensively. Stojakovic. Kobe takes it over Peja. 6-2. Well, Kobe over his last 6 games, a 32.5-point average with 7 rebounds. They're taken away from Mo Peterson. On the 2-on-1. Derek on the reverse blows the layup.
Those are Derek upset too, but he's got to convert that one.
Peterson inside the arc. He's got, and now they say 3.
5-point switch there. You blow a layup on one end, Pau Gasol sprained an ankle. The Lakers are taking a timeout.
No.
Powell rolled his left ankle. Lakers have to take a timeout. And there's still 9.5 to play, and he's not being able to put any weight, seemingly, on it at all. Now he's starting to put a little bit. But this isn't good news for the Lakers at all.
Lakers basketball brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward. And by Bud Light. Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming.
Well, the Lakers lead by 1, 6-5. But the news or the story is how bad is the left ankle of Pau Gasol as Roney gets an early call as they have already taken Pau into the locker room, probably trying to ascertain how severely sprained the ankle is. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that it's not something that's going to cause him to miss a lot of time.
As soon as we get word, John Ireland will get word as well. The Lakers medical and PR staff, their training staff, led by athletic trainer Gary Vitti, who's back there right now with Pau Gasol.
Well, it was away from the ball. Kobe was dancing with Peja. Was that the play that did it? As you can see him limping a little bit out of the picture there as he rolled the left ankle. So now that just means that more players for the Lakers have to step it up.
Lamar Odom, long pass on the lob, saved it, and Derek Fisher gives it away. Second turnover for the Lakers early, compared to 3 for the Hornets. Hornets only average 12 turnovers a game, so they are a very clean team. In fact, third fewest in the NBA. So Ronny Turiaf looking like he's going to see a lot of minutes tonight. And I emphasize tonight.
It just obviously puts your rotations off the bench in jeopardy.
Good D again. Roney saves it, but Lamar Odom getting the stop. And we've seen Lamar against Nowitzki, a couple of others. He shut them down for the most part.
Let's see, with Radmanovich, with Chris Paul, and should go right to the box. But having said that, he's not a guy that plays on the box.
Kobe on the follow-away over Peterson. 8-5 Lakers.
And with Pau Gasol going down with the ankle injury, I look for Kobe to be even more aggressive now offensively.
It was last March 23rd, Stu. He had 50 right in this building. 111-105 victory for the Lakers. Stojakovic. And on the long rebound, Kobe will come away with it.
And it may take 50 tonight.
Kobe had it poked away by Peterson. Tough shot. Off balance. And Tyson Chandler comes into the game, and that's as he throws Fish out of the way. 4th in the league in rebounding. He's first, though, on the offensive glass.
Fish got washed out by that screen by Chandler.
Clear out of the mismatch. Peterson, quick catch and shoot.
Cannot give second and third attempts.
And Lamar Odom took it away. So he tried to get it to Peterson. Radmanovich spotting up. It's challenged. Vlade's got it. Lakers 11-5. A long deuce for Radmanovich. And make it 10-5 with the 2.
And it would be nice for him to get involved in the offense repeatedly, not just make one shot and then go 5 minutes without getting another look.
Well, the Lakers are getting the stops as after shooting 59%, the Hornets last game against San Antonio, they start 2 for 8. Long deuce by Roney, too strong. And Lamar right back at it over David West.
Well,
what a beginning.
Didn't have inside position, but Lamar wanted it more than David West.
So that's 4 and 3 early for Lamar. Paul leaves it up. Chandler reverses it. Big guy adjusted pretty well.
And there's where Chris Paul can hurt you, especially when he can get Tyson Chandler involved like that.
Fish over Paul, and Derek Fisher. Another long one inside the arc. 14-7 Lakers. On the pick and roll game. Stojakovic. He gets the triple in the corner. So it's a 4-point Laker lead as they're heating it up early offensively. We're not halfway through the opening 12.
And again, I'd rather see Chris Paul be a scorer than a guy giving up that many assists.
On the run out, Fish didn't get the little 15-16 footer. Paul close to a walk as Kobe tried to sneak attack on that one. Wrong man in the corner. A break for the Lakers. But at least Lamar got out there, a distraction. Fish on the crossover imposes himself, and again can't get the one inside. That's 2 inside for Derek. He's got to be frustrated.
Yeah, he has to be, because he's really getting himself in a good position to score there. The last 2 shots, though, just not going down.
Moving pick. Fish did a good job to identify it, too.
Tyson Chandler can't complain on that one, because not only did he move, but he used his left arm, forearm area to shed Derek Fisher. He got away with it the first time. This time, no go.
So the Lakers get it back. That's 5 turnovers already on a team that only averages 12 a game.
Bonzi Wells with an early appearance going in for Mo Pete. He'll be covering Kobe, and he's a tough cover on the box because Bonzi can post you up.
And it's thrown away, but a break for the Lakers.
There was a change of the 24 when there really shouldn't have been a change of 24.
No possession when Wells got a piece of it. So 16 on the shot clock for the Lakers. They'll bring it in on the side. Zach Zarba, the recognition, working with Joey Crawford and Michael Smith. So the Lakers, since this team came to New Orleans, they did not win in Oklahoma City, lost twice there, but they've won 5 of 6 in this building. What a bounce. Lamar on the slam. Beautiful pass by Kobe.
The only pass that could have gotten there that quickly with that much success was the pass that Kobe selected, and it ends up with an easy deuce for Lamar.
A half dozen for Lamar, half dozen for Kobe. West is challenged. Doesn't get the roll. Wells didn't get the easy one. And now it could have been a second foul on Tyson Chandler. The Lakers would take it the other way, though. Fish been hot lately. Chandler skied for that one.
That's what he can do. He's like a pogo stick.
7'1", 235-pound L.A. native. David West. And taken away. Lamar's defense. Radmanovich recovered to knock it down. But Lamar's
been very, very good on defense to start this game on David West. David's going to have to change up his attack style.
It'll be Fish over Stojakovic. A little bit short. And a good challenge by Stojakovic in front of us.
Now this is when you have to talk, because now you're matched up against other people. As Derek is on Peja and gets called for the foul.
Let's head over to John Arlen. John, what's the latest on Powell?
It is probably what we would expect, Joel. He has a sprained left ankle. He will not return tonight, and X-rays are pending. Let's hope for the best. Back to you.
All right. Fish bouncing around with Chris Paul. And Chris Paul had the space to hit the foul line jumper. 16-12. So, well, when things are going well, and they've been going well for the Lakers, 17-3 over the last 20, is Derek again hard off the heel. It kicks out to David West. Can't get a break, at least health-wise.
Well, injuries are there's a wide open shot for another shooter.
Stays out for Stojakovic.
Well, injuries are a part of the game. Every team, they worry about them, but there's really nothing you can do about it.
Lamar trying to keep it alive. Thought there was contact. Didn't go the other way to Chris Paul. And on the roll, Bonzi Wells. So points in transition. 16-14. Lakers by a couple. 4 straight for New Orleans. Both teams below 40%. It's lost on the turnover. The Lakers third. And it goes back to the Hornets.
And you've got to limit your turnovers all the time, but especially on the road. You don't have that comfort zone of being in front of your own fans. You got to be selective with your passes.
Game is sold out tonight. This is the 6th sellout over the last 10 games. Kobe takes it away for the Hornets. So things have picked up for this franchise. Oh, it's 7 turnovers now for New Orleans. Kobe beyond the arc. Gets the triple.
He turned Chris Paul around that time. Faked like he was coming to the middle, and then just stopped and stayed behind the 3.
David West, he can hit that shot. And Kobe will take it on the opposite side. So it continues to be 35% shooting. Roney on the run. And he tried to leave it off. Chandler got it, but looking for the trailer, Lamar Odom.
Yeah, he thought he was going to be challenged, which he would have been by David West. 2:41 to left in the first as Kobe leaves Chris Paul. Where is he? There he is, Chris. You're a little too late.
6 and 12. Enter right now on KCAL9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by the Flame Broiler.
Well, the Lakers leading by 5, 19-14. And Lamar, well, we talked about the last few games that he's had. And so far in this one, he hasn't been bad either. He's 3 out of 4 from the field, 6 points, but playing magnificent defense and rebounding the basketball. So Lamar is just showing all of the different facets that he brings to the table, and there are a lot of them from that young man. Number 7, Lamar Odom.
Over the last 20 games, only twice has Lamar Odom been less than 50% in the contest from the field. You saw 73% over the last 4, so solid start for Lamar, and they're going to need it. Now with Pau Gasol, if you just joined us, turning his left ankle, he is out for the remainder of the contest.
And the key is, this is his first sprained ankle with the Lakers. We don't know how he responds to an injury like that. Does he recover quickly?
Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Lakers. That is, as you said, yet to be determined. First experience with Pau Gasol going through something like this.
Yeah, first one with the Lakers. I'm sure he's had a sprained ankle before. But when he's with the opposition, you just didn't pay as close of attention to see if he was one of those quick healers, or does it take him a while? Is he able to play in a little bit of pain? Those are the things that you learn from teammates.
The Lakers up 11-2 in points off turnovers. Roney, long deuce. Picked up by Melvin Eli, who just checked into the game, the former Clipper. They want a contact, they won't get a whistle.
Well, Chris did a little bit of acting on that play, but it was close enough where they could have blown the whistle on Kobe.
Stojakovic beyond the arc. And Peja lights it up from three-point land. One
of the things I talked about with Peja, shadow him. You cannot be as much of a helper when you're guarding him. Stay in his drill.
9th all-time in NBA history in three-pointers made. Fish, missing his last 5, is held up by David West. It'll be the first foul on West.
Good turn of the corner by Derek that time, and that's what created the foul on David West.
Minute 50 to play. Opening 12. Lakers by a couple, but you better stay on Stojakovic. And I talked about 9th all-time, just past Dan Marley recently. He is 4th in the league in three-point field goal percentage, almost 47%.
Luke is coming into the game, as is Jordan Farmar. So Luke's responsibility now is to shadow Peja, as he did the last time these two teams played. And in that game, I believe Luke was a starter, and he definitely stayed in Peja's jersey.
Yeah, the Lakers did well here. Back at Staples Center, though, early in the season, November 6th, very early, as Farmar off the bench, short on the long attempt. But Stojakovic single-handedly beat the Lakers. He was 10 of 13 from beyond the arc and finished with 36 points. Chris Paul set up a lot of them, as he had a team high and team record 21 assists.
Now the key for Jordan is to how he can do against Chris Paul, as Kobe picks up a holding foul. As Bonzi Wells, after setting the screen, was pivoting and going to the basket. Kobe wrapped him up.
First of the final 2 minutes for the Lakers. So that is the first on Kobe. Kobe leading the Lakers with 9. Odom has 6.
What Kobe's trying to do is prevent Bonzi from posting up. So that's what Bonzi does exceptionally well.
It is all even at 19 on the 3 by Stojakovic. And the little one inside by Bonzi Wells. Kobe over Wells. And back of the iron out. Pick and roll game. Now get back to your matchups. David West inside. Good look for David West. His 5th year out of Xavier of Ohio, a 27-year-old from Garner, North Carolina. An 11-3 run now for the Hornets. Final minute of the first, and they lead it by 2.
Lakers have gone dry here. They've missed quite a few shots down the stretch here.
Luke and just taking care of Chris Paul inside.
Yeah, they somehow switched on that play, and Luke says no 6-footer is going to guard me on the box.
Now the mismatch the other way. Stojakovic got underneath, blows the layup, the follow, and Eli will put it back in.
Well, the Lakers did the same thing that the Hornets did. They switched, and that put Jordan Farmar on Peja, and they paid the price.
Yeah, Luke late. Stojakovic sitting there waiting for it. So the turnover and the final shot of the opening 12 belongs to the Hornets. You got to believe with a guy with the court sense of a Chris Paul, it will be the final shot. Stojakovic lost it. Walton at the buzzer. It won't be close, and the Lakers will go to the break, trailing by 2.
And the way they played the last 3 or 4 minutes, the Lakers should be fortunate to only be trailing by 2. Turnovers and missed shots, but they're right there. Heading into the second, they trail the Hornets 23-21. Now only 9 out of 23. Hornets, they started to heat up a bit, but too many turnovers for both teams, especially the Hornets with 8. The Lakers have 4 of their own. The Lakers have capitalized on points off of turnovers, but they have to really play a clean brand of basketball now, especially with the injury to Pau Gasol.
Well, both teams going into their second units as you see what's coming up. And I talk about the most challenging road trip since the 72-73 season. That edition facing 4 teams back east like New York and Boston, the Baltimore Bullets, all big winners at the time. Well, that's what you see there for the Lakers after the Hornets. Lakers go with Walton, Farmar, Odom, Vujacic, and Turion. Lamar rattles it home. Lamar's going to have to pick it up now with Pau Gasol out for the rest of the game with the turned ankle.
And Kobe getting his first rest of the game, so Lamar the only starter on the floor for the Lakers.
Julian Wright's in there for the first time, the rookie first-round pick out of Kansas. Not only is he taking away the minutes from Rasul Butler, but Butler's inactive for the second consecutive game. Bonzi Wells.
That's where you want Bonzi shooting from.
And Lamar Odom will chase it down. So it's all even at 23. Third game of the 4-game series. These two teams will get together once again at Staples Center on April 11th. Lamar popping up with a 3. It'll be an air ball. Well, it just did get to the rim, but it looked short out of his hand. Almost like it was an afterthought. It's only his second miss, though.
Some good news for the Lakers. The x-rays to Powell's ankle came back negative, so it's just a matter of when he can get back.
Farmar on the break. Won't get the roll. So the Lakers down to 37%, 42%. Knocked around inside. Wells will keep it alive. Off his own miss, Bonzi Wells. That's what he does, just impose his will inside. Blows a couple, though.
Good decision by Jordan.
And now Jordan, a great look on the baseline. Gives the Lakers the lead, 25-23. Patience paid off.
That makes it even a better decision by Jordan. He was going to pull the trigger from a three-point shot, but he hesitated and said, no, let's get something going, and ends up with a little 12-footer.
And don't forget the reason the Lakers blew this team apart, 109-80 on January 9th, their bench. Pargo gets his first try. Won a ring with the Lakers. Went to Toronto the following season, but started his career with the Lakers. Gennaro Pargo, Chicago native, at 28 years old. Ties it at 25. On the deflection, another turnover. Julian Wright on the crossover. And spun it enough, didn't he? 27-25.
That's going to get Phil Jackson up off the bench. He's talking to Sasha as he came down the floor. Telling him to be just a little bit more careful with your pass. Don't wind up so.
Luke Walton, great entry. Jordan Farmer on the assist.
That's just running the offense. You pass it and you run. He just made a cut as they do in their offense, and got a return pass for an easy one.
4 early points for Luke Walton. That's 6 from the bench now, including Farmar's bucket. Almost 3 minutes into the second 12.
Gennaro Pargo's a guy that you really have to be concerned about if you're the Lakers, because he can really get hot.
Pargo, he'll have to go up. And he almost got it. He saw the shot clock at the last second. Now can the Lakers take advantage of that low percentage trip. From our inside the arc. And Lamar read it off the lip of the rim. Fresh shot clock for the Lakers. Second chance opportunity. Luke Walton didn't get a thing.
He got the backboard. Last I checked, you don't get any points for that one.
He had a good position on the rookie Julian Wright. David West on the dunk. That time he slipped inside on the baseline. Well, 29-27.
Lamar's been crowding, doing a good job crowding, but I talked about David West changing up his attack. He changed it up that time.
Little mismatch now on the pick and roll. And Roney over Bonzi Wells. Lamar hungry. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Lamar's doing a remarkable job of reading shots and going to where the miss is going to happen. We talked about Jordan and Luke Walton just running the offense and getting an easy one. That will make the coaching staff very happy. Giving up shots like that won't.
Ball brought to you by Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve. And by Miller Lite. For award-winning taste, there's no debate. Miller Lite. Good call. And the Lakers, 6 for the last 21, 29%. And now Lamar Odom going to the free throw line as we welcome you back to New Orleans and a chance to tie things up. So pretty good shape, all considering. Well, Camp Lakers 2008 back for its 9th season at UC Santa Barbara. A couple of sessions this July for boys 9 through 18. Try to be a better player. Get to Camp Lakers. All the details. You can sign up early. Call the hotline at 310-426-6055. That's 310-426-6055. Camp Lakers presented by Dazod.com. Now bench scoring, and I talked about it right before we broke away. As you look at the numbers overall this season and how successful the Lakers bench has been, they outscored the Hornets when they won 109-80. Here's Stu back on January 9th, 42-9.
One of the reasons why the Hornets felt like they had to make a deal to shore up their bench, and they did that when they brought in Bonzi Wells and Mike James. So interesting to see how everything develops, especially over the course of this game as Lamar knocks down the first of two. Lamar off to a nice solid game, both ends of the floor.
They're really aggressive defensively on David West, as David West has started the contest just 2 for 6.
Well, Lamar looking for his 10th point to go along with 6 rebounds already.
So 10 and 6 for Lamar in 16 minutes of work. And Kobe continues to stay on the bench for his first break of the night.
Well, look at the teams on the floor right now. Which bench is going to produce the most? The Lakers, their bench has really been consistent. They've got to win this battle.
Melvin Eli with the left hand.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, real nice drop step by Eli in his 6th year out of Fresno State. First round pick of the Clips back in 2002. Ryan Bowen also on the floor now for the Hornets. As Wright's length almost took it away. He's a very athletic 20-year-old from Chicago.
What it was a bad angle of pass by Luke.
Luke clocked down. He's up. And Luke on the run. He ties it at 31. So a half dozen off the bench for Luke Walton.
Next dead ball, they'll be bringing Chris Paul back into the game.
Took a while to get there after he was all locked up, but Eli facing up this time. And an easy steal for Luke Walton. Sashi in traffic. And a break as it really belonged to the Lakers. Real lucky.
There was nobody there for him to pass the ball to. Radmanovich coming back in now. Lamar getting his first rest. So it's truly going to be a battle of the benches now.
18 left on the shot clock for the Lakers. So this is going to be an interesting stretch for the Lakers without Lamar or Kobe on the floor. Pau Gasol done for the night if he joined us late with a turned left ankle.
Shot clock issues.
Luke. And knocked out by Bowen with 3 left on the shot clock.
And Bowen is in there to do one thing, and that's to play defense.
8th year out of Iowa. He's always been kind of a garbage man. Do the dirty work at the defensive end. Anything you get out of him offensively, as you mentioned, Stu, it's a real bonus. Now, Roney up against Chandler. He knows it. On the reverse, didn't get it to go.
Boy, he got tapped. Good recognition by Roney to know he had to take a quick one.
Chandler wanted to go into, or rather Paul to Chandler. It's blocked away, though, and Radmanovich has it. It all started with a block by Luke Walton on the close. Radmanovich got Chandler out of position, gets the foul in the bucket.
Nice head fake, and that's what you do to shot blockers, especially those that are pogo sticks like Tyson Chandler. Just a subtle head fake. Even once in a while, a blink might get them off their feet. Pass in to Radmanovich, a little up fake. Woo, there he goes. Count the basket, send him to the charity stripe for 1.
Bench has given the Lakers the lead. As Radmanovich and Blotty shut out last game. He was 0 for 5. Just never gotten the flow of the game. He's already 2 for 2 tonight with 5 points and a couple of boards. Much more involved. 34-31 on the 3-point play. We're halfway through the second quarter. First of 4 on the road for the Lakers.
See, when he gives up the ball to Ryan Bowen, that just gives the Lakers defense time to recover.
Tough shot, and Chandler cleaned it up.
That's what Tyson Chandler can do. He had Roney too far under the basket. Roney was boxing out, but well under the cylinder, and you can't rebound from that position.
Roney pops out. Not close. And the Lakers get a fresh shot clock. Radmanovich didn't need it with the 3. 4-point lead for the Lakers.
You talk about draining one. Kobe even got a smile on his face after that basket.
Lottie's got 8 and 3 thus far. A little more than 5 to play in the first 24. He's not been able to go to Chandler on that dive. Pargo. Well, he got a bad break on the last one. It popped out on him. That one, never a doubt. 37-36.
You have to get to Pargo in a hurry. That time, way too much space.
Luke Walton on the run. Lottie, 2 in a row? No. But Luke will get it back out for a fresh shot clock. Working on Bowen and a blocking foul on Bowen.
Well, Bowen had it read pretty well, but he just didn't move his feet quick enough to get himself in that position. We got a timeout. 4:43 left in the half, and the Lakers by 1.
For the Hornets, 4:43 to play, and they'll have the ball as well in the offensive end. Our Carl's Jr. text question tonight: who should be the next to have their number retire, their jersey put up in the rafters at Staples Center? Byron Scott with the early lead, the Hornets head coach. 2 good candidates, Byron Scott and Michael Cooper. Your chance to win. Text 86212 on your cell, 86212 on your cell phone.
Speaking of Byron Scott, his lovely wife Anita would like to say hello and give her love to her mom back in Los Angeles, so I'm sure is watching. There's Byron. Played 11 seasons with the Lakers, and as you talked about, 3 of those ended in titles. And actually, a minimum of 4 should have been, but into the finals against the Pistons in '89, I believe it was. Byron didn't play a second because he just completely blew out a hamstring. And in the first quarter of game 1 in that series, Magic Johnson blew his hamstring out, and he didn't play anymore. So the Lakers hope for a three-peat. That time went awry.
Now the Lakers bring the starters back, with the exception of Luke Walton, so they're much smaller. Roney sits down. The double on Kobe, and the dive, Radmanovich. Smart play, and then didn't get the finish.
The Lakers have blown, I'd say, a minimum of 3 layups here in the first half. That was a great head fake, but then the shot left a little to be desired.
Yeah, he was so close he could have dunked it had he wanted to. Mo Peterson. Well, Chris Paul already 7 assists, average 11 a game. That is second best behind Steve Nash's 11.5. That's a long one. Real short on the 3. He had to, though, with the shot clock gone. 4 on 3 for the Lakers. Kobe. Lamar popping up, and Lamar with confidence. It continues.
Well, Tyson Chandler's guarding Lamar that time, and he gave Lamar a good 6 feet.
That's 12 points for Lamar with 6 rebounds. Now the mismatch.
Don't double him, though.
It'll be a hold, they say, on Luke Walton.
Make him shoot a turnaround jumper or something. Lakers got their last hoop as Derek Fisher. They're moving the ball around. You see how many guys touch it without dribbling it. And that ended up with Lamar knocking down the jumper.
10 of the shot clock for Chris Paul to work with. Waiting for Chandler to come on the pick. And West has to go up now. He will on the step back. Lamar doing it again.
But they spent too much time, though, trying to get the ball to Tyson Chandler again.
Kobe, blast past Peterson. He'll go to the line. Three-point opportunity. The reach from behind.
That Mo Pete picks up the foul, but, you know, he's just trying to square off Kobe. That's just too difficult to do. He just blows right by him, going to his right. Gets the foul and one, so go to the free throw line. And speaking of the free throw line, the Lakers have been there. This could be their 6th attempt, and they're perfect. And the Hornets have yet to shoot a free throw.
They only had 4 tries over the first 3 quarters in their win over the San Antonio Spurs. Finished that game, Stu, 9 of 10. Chris Paul maneuvering. What an athlete. 42 to 38. So Chris Paul with 4 points. 7 assists, though, as I mentioned earlier. Guy that leads the league in steals, 2nd in assists, leads his team in scoring. Boy, did they run the set to perfection. Radmanovich and Walton.
Great movement without the ball, but like you said, that's their offense.
Paul. And he'll go to the line, looking for the three-point play. Chris Paul maneuvering his way inside.
Lamar Odom tried to come over and block the shot, but Chris Paul knew he was coming, put it up high, gets the basket, and one. .240 left. Chris Paul going to the free throw line because of this play. Goes around a screen, and then Lamar comes over. Lamar says he used his left hand. Not only did he use his left hand with a stiff arm, but he almost took Lamar's jersey off. That ends up being a bad call by the official. That can't be a foul on Lamar. Come on. He got stiff armed and actually grabbed the jersey.
Yeah, that's the first Laker. As Lamar gets his second, the first with 2 for the Lakers. So Lamar knows it. They're testing him, he said. Yeah. He's maintaining his composure as he heads back over. You had an opportunity to talk to Chris Paul, and I talked to him last summer in the Vegas Summer League. What a gentleman.
Yeah, he's a super young man. He really is a super young man. You want people like that to have success because he's a good person.
Yeah, he was taken 4th. And the Atlanta Hawks have just picked up Mike Bibby. They passed on not only, we've talked about it before, Chris Paul, but also Darren Williams. And then they trade for Mike Bibby right before the trading deadline because they realize they continue to have deficiencies at the lead guard spot. Well, they get the three-point play. Lakers by 3, and there's a hold on the cut.
Mo Pete trying to keep Kobe away from the ball, and that's your best bet. The best way to defend Kobe is not let him catch the ball. Because once he gets it, you got problems. He'll be going to the sideline as he just picked up his 3rd foul, that he being Mo Peterson. That'll bring Bonzi Wells back in. But you know you're going to be in foul trouble when you have to guard him. So it's not about trying to stay out of foul trouble. You got 6 to use. Hey, you got teammates out there, use them.
And do they ever have disparity at the 2 guard when they bring in Bonzi Wells for Mo Peterson?
Well, one's a perimeter guy and one's a low post guy, basically. But Bonzi is, I think, a much better offensive player because he can give you opportunities at the charity stripe because he gets the opposition in the foul trouble. He's not a spot-up 3 guy that you can. The easiest thing to take away, in my estimation, is the standstill jump shot.
Kobe, perfect at the free throw line. He's got 14 points. Lakers 8 of 8 at the stripe, showing a little pressure out of the make. Tough guy to rattle, though, in Chris Paul. They've been using a lot of the shot clock regularly, which tells you the Lakers doing a good job on cover. Backdoor, Chandler on the lob. Luke got a little washed out coming up.
Well, first of all, when Tyson Chandler is 15 feet away from the basket and you're guarding him, don't even worry about him there. Don't get caught up and get a back screen.
3-point game. Kobe hit on the top of the head in front of us by Bonzi Wells. Man, that was a tomahawk chop. Kobe, contact again. Wells. Kobe looked back at Joey Crawford. Didn't get a whistle either time. Chris Paul. He can't tie it. And Kobe knocked it away from Wells. Zach Zarba pointed one way. It'll belong to the Hornets. He corrects it.
Well, that happens a little bit with the officials. They just point the wrong way. They get it right, though. But again, you can't get caught up doing anything with Tyson Chandler at 15 feet from the hoop because you know he's setting it up to go to the basket.
Stojakovic went one way. The ball went the other, and he still almost got a layup out of it. It's a 3-point Laker lead. Radmanovic can't make it 6. Chandler's got the board. Radmanovic in double figures like Lamar Odom with a dozen. Kobe's got 14. So 3 of the 5 starters in double figures.
Chandler and David West both with 7 rebounds. Second only to Lamar's 8.
Trying to set it up for Bonzi Wells. Wrong guy to leave alone. Pops out, though. And Kobe tapped it away from Wells. So Stojakovic can't ask for a better short corner 3.
The Lakers have numbers here. What are they going to do with it?
And Fish was read perfectly by Paul. Paul maneuvering. This time for Peja. No. But Wells gives him a second chance. They've got a 2-for-1 still at the offensive end of the final minute of the half.
There are bodies everywhere.
They had a blocking foul. Well, the Lakers had a foul to give in the final 2. That'll be it. So Derek Fisher gets it. They'll bring it into the side. A lot to go over with Jim Hill, James Worthy. Jack in the Box halftime report. As we'll break from New Orleans, head back to our KCAL 9 studios. The Lakers at 41%. Yet they're up by 3. 43% for the Hornets. Paul gets the 3-point try. And Derek Fisher got the worst of it.
Well, he's doing a good job of getting contact with Derek. He's not jumping away from the contact. He again jumped into Derek. He did that in the first quarter. Didn't get a 3-point play. Got a basket. This time he has a 3-point opportunity as Derek takes the worst of it. Plus gets the foul.
He's already one of the top 2 or 3 point guards in the NBA as he ties things up. And he's only 22 years old. Chris Paul from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Only played 2 years of college ball.
Right now, nobody in the league at that position is playing better than Chris Paul.
You're talking about Paul against Nash, against Darren Williams. And I don't think you'll get an argument at the level he's been playing at over the last few weeks. Kobe setting it up for Fish. And Derek comes through after missing his previous 5. Derek gets the triple. Final shot time for Stojakovic. Will he be able to tie it? No. David West short. The Lakers go to the locker room up by 3 despite the fact that Pau Gasol went out 3 minutes into the game with a turned ankle.
Well, they just have to take care of their own business now. They got a second half to do it. Right now they lead it by 3.
Time for the Jack in the Box halftime report with the Lakers leading 49-46. We'll head back to Southern California. Let's join Jim Hill and James Worthy. Guys. All right, John. So another blow for the Lakers at the outset of the most challenging road trip since the 72-73 season because of the records of the opposition that they're going to face. Now, final 24 minutes in New Orleans. Those are the two that are going to have to put it all together for the Lakers to succeed. Kobe Bryant, Lamar Odom, Derek Fisher. Good look. Can't get the three ball, though. Derek now 2 for 9 from the field. He gave the Lakers the lead right before the half with a three in the corner after missing his previous 5.
Derek picked up his 3rd foul right before the half as well. So guarding
Peterson gets the roll in the reverse. So a breakdown right away for the Lakers defensively.
Now, I was talking about guarding Chris Paul. Derek, he's going to have to stay physical with him. You can't just back off from Chris Paul.
Isolation play for Kobe. And Kobe on the bank. That's the 5th layup the Lakers have missed tonight. 2 by Fish. Radmanovic with 1 inside. Roney got tapped on a reverse where he got Chandler out of position. So that is number 5. 1-point lead for the Lakers at 49-48.
See, the help situation frees up the shooter.
And Chris Paul capitalizes. 2-point lead. So a guy that averages a double-double. 11 plus assists per game. 21 per contest, leading the Hornets in scoring. Chris Paul now has 13 and 8 assists.
Yeah, he's on pace for another big game in both departments.
Kobe sharing it with Lamar. Not close as it comes out to Chandler. Talk about the first couple of minutes. First 5 in particular, Stu, all the time about the second half.
Yeah, it really can set the tempo for the rest of the game. So let's see what the Lakers can do. Still a lot of time left in this one. 10-14 here in the 3rd.
Peterson. Kobe closed. It made a difference. And Lamar took it away from Radmanovic. It was a turnover waiting to happen. Chris Paul saw it and got a piece of it. Too good a look for Stojakovic. And points on the turnover and timeout for the Lakers. 5-point lead for the Hornets. That is their biggest of the game on an 8-0 run.
That's what I talk about being really sure of your passes, especially on the road. You turn a 2-point lead into a 5-point deficit.
To start the second half, and welcome back to New Orleans. Joel Myers, Stu Lance, John Ireland. Our CarMax text question tonight: well, who should have their jersey, their number retired by the Lakers next? Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, your choices. 2 very good ones. 86212 on your cell. That's the number to text to win. 86212. At one point in this game, the Lakers were up 11-2 in points off turnovers, and I bring that up because right now it's the Lakers 11-10. So the last 8 points off mistakes going to the New Orleans Hornets.
Well, the pass that they tried to streak in Kobe, which would have been a layup, obviously, but it's a turnover. So you take that 2 away, you add the 3 that Peja knocked down, and you can see that's a 5-point switch. So they should have to be a little bit more selective with their passes. They'll be okay. And one other thing I'd like to bring up, I thought Lamar did a real good job on David West in the first half. Don't double him up yet. Let Lamar handle it, because when you start doubling more than one person, It really weakens your defense.
Yeah, they bodied up West, and Lamar did an outstanding job. In fact, West in the first half, and Stojakovic struggled. Roney, the good look. West tapped it. It'll be saved by Radmanovich. Hard work by Lamar Odom, though. Fish unaccounted for. Can't, and he does. He will burn him. Can he? Yes. Lakers back within 3.
First score for the Lakers in the third quarter.
So Fish has 7 points. They didn't come out. So the Lakers 1 for 5 to start the second half. Stojakovic.
That's the pass you got to take.
And Lamar has got a double-double with his 10th board of the game. And Chris Paul got the foul off the ball. Derek Fisher run into him. Kind of a blindside hit, wasn't it?
Well, he didn't give Derek any room to move, and Joey Crawford was just standing right there. I thought it was a good call because, you know, they got locked up, and, you know, obviously a lot of people say no harm, no foul, but there was a lot of contact, and the official that close, you knew the whistle was going to sound.
It was like head-to-head, too. Fish turned around and, double on Kobe. They move it well. Lamar with Chris Paul on him. A little step through and a reach. He's on his way up. 2 free throws coming up. And will it be David West?
It should be David West. He's the guy that reached in.
Second foul on West.
Normally when you want to know who the foul is on, just look for the player whose palms are pointing toward the ceiling. He's the guy that's begging.
David West frustrated because he's 2 of 7 because of that man at the offensive end. So Lamar back to the free throw line. And I was about to say Stojakovic and West to combine 5 for 20. So the Lakers have done a good job overall at the defensive end against those two. Lamar misses the first of 2. Another chance to support the Lakers Youth Foundation. Just purchased the Lakers Victor E. Van, Chevron's newest sports edition toy card. Any participating Chevron station. Chevron's going to donate a portion of its net proceeds to the Lakers Youth Foundation. Chevron, a proud sponsor of the Lakers. So the Lakers first miss at the stripe. They're now 9 of 10 as Lamar has 13.
The Lakers are going to have to knock down open shots because obviously they're starting to put the quick double on Kobe on the catch, but that's freeing up people around the perimeter.
Tyson Chandler slams it home. Paul and Chandler collaborating. You could see it coming.
Anytime Tyson is out of the paint, you know you have to be aware of the lob because he out-jumps everybody.
Great leaper at 7-1. Now Kobe sizing up Mo Peterson. Got him out of position, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Mo Pete didn't have enough for the pregame meal, so he was a little hungry. Picks up his 4th foul on that meal. Little head fake. The play that we were talking about with Tyson Chandler, though, sets the screen. He's way out on the floor. You know, look out for a lob because anywhere near the backboard, he's going to catch it and finish.
So we haven't gotten Bonzi Wells up yet. You tell me, Stu, as Kobe can't get the first of 2. Mo Pete seems more one-dimensional where Bonzi Wells can rebound for them, post up for them. It almost helps him when Bonzi Wells is out there, the way he bodies up other guards.
Absolutely. I mean, Bonzi can get the team in the opposition in foul trouble because of his ability to play on the box.
56-53 as Kobe just missed his first free throw of the night, but he's got 15 points to go with 5 boards. Kobe and Lamar have stepped it up. Who's going to be the extra source for the Lakers? Is David West.
You see what happened there? Lamar did a good job of taking away Tyson Chandler after the screen going to the basket, but that freed up David West. Nobody rotated over.
And West is their second leading scorer at 20 a game. Kobe hit and over the shoulder tried to pop it. Loose ball. It'll come out to Peterson. So Peterson stays out there with 4 fouls. Chris Paul will get the finish. So points off a turnover. 7-point lead is the biggest of the game for the Hornets. Kobe for 3. He's got it. Quickly, it is back to 4 thanks to 24.
He can silence a crowd faster than anything.
That's 18 for Kobe on 5 of 10 shooting. Now Lamar on switches. They go over the top to David West. Tyson Chandler will finish. wasn't pretty for David West. And we're going to get, will it be a double T? Yes, on Tyson Chandler and on Ronny Turian.
David West gets fouled on it, no call. Works out better for the Hornets as Tyson Chandler finishes it off, and then little taunting situations there. Both players, so they get up, they get the famous double T.
62-56 after the Chandler bucket, and Tyson out of Dominguez High in Compton. Boy, oh boy, Chicago didn't get a lot for Chandler, did they? He's developed into some players since arriving for Byron Scott. Lamar lost it. Another turnover for the Lakers. Wells on the trail. Gives it right back to the Lakers.
Lamar had it go off of his big toe. Dribbling and just got that big toe out in the way.
11 turnovers for the Hornets. Third fewest in the league on average, only 12. That's 9 now for the Lakers. Kobe, another triple. Off the front of the rim. And a foul by Wells. 3 free throws. Kobe thought, and you remember the plays too, where Kobe was hit right on the top of the head and then he went with the three. He felt Wells came under him on the three-point attempt.
And a lot of players do, I shouldn't say a lot, some players do that. After you jump, they get under you, and that's where you get players when they come down, their feet don't land squarely on the floor and they sprain their ankles. And that's what scares players quite a bit. So Kobe will shoot 3, knocks down the first of 3, and that's going to be important now because now Bonzi Wells has to be a little bit more selective as to how he challenges Kobe on that jump shot.
So the Lakers 11 of 13 at the strike. Only 2 free throw attempts so far for the Hornets. One more coming for Kobe. Alert Radmanovich and West. 62-58. So the right guys at the free throw line right now. And Kobe in particular. He didn't get into the first half, got home late tonight and joined us in the second half. Pau Gasol turned his ankle. 3 minutes into the game, sprained his left ankle, and he is unavailable for the rest of the contest. It's going to be determined what the next step is, the process for the remainder of the trip. Well, they covered the dive by Chandler well. West will shoot 2.
I don't know if they would have were reluctant to call the travel there, but he picked up his pivot foot after he picked up the dribble with the fake, but gets the call to go to the free throw line as he's working on Radmanovich. And Lamar tried to come over and help. 2 free throws coming to David West.
Former first-round pick of the Hornets. 18th overall back in 2003, and he led this team in scoring last year.
His first trip to the line.
And it's only going to be their 3rd attempt of the game, as they are now 3 of 3. And a good free throw shooting team.
He's got 7
best
points
in the game.
He's got 9 rebounds, second again to Lamar Odom's 10. Tyson Chandler also with 9.
So 8 points. He's real efficient, though, at the offensive end. That's why he's been so frustrated. Lamar's done a good job. David West is only 3 for 9 from the field. It's the guy that shoots better than 47% is Kobe. Gets there, gets it done, and draws the foul.
Well, if you overplay, which is what Bonzi was doing, you just run the back door. The ball goes to the high post center, which was Ronny, and Kobe just backs doors, the bounce pass, then the bad foul by Bonzi. Once you get beat there, just let him go. Don't reach up like you do there. Hit him on the arm. He flushes it, gets a 3-point play.
He had 50 in this building last March 23rd. Lakers won it by 6. You said it might require that tonight. Well, he's close to halfway there with 24.
Especially without Pau Gasol tonight.
64-62. So the Lakers withstood the barrage at the outset. An 8-0 run to start the second half. Chris Paul in the teardrop. And Chandler kept it alive. Fish has it. Wow. It'll come back out on a second chance.
Look at Derek trying to box out with Bonzi Wells. Good job of moving your feet and keeping your hands out of there.
We'll finally get it to the post. And a couple of free throws coming up.
Then he reached in at the very end. Reached in at the very end, picks up the foul. So that's going to be 4 on Derek as he's working his tail off trying to keep the ball out of the post at Bonzi Wells. And finally, they get it in there. And Derek reaches in, picks up the foul, free throws.
The Bonzi Wells coming over. Normally you don't see two teams in the same division make a deal late in the season like the Hornets did with the Houston Rockets. Bobby Jackson going the other way. But the Hornets desperate for bench support when they got Mike James. You know, we talked about that in the first half. And this guy in particular, James, hasn't even been in the rotation.
Yeah, obviously hasn't seen any action again tonight. Only two players for them hasn't been on the floor.
Missed free
Chandler.
Yep, Tyson Chandler, who leads the league in offensive boards. That is his third of the night. Chris Paul caught in the air. And Lamar will come away with it. Kobe on the trail. Popping up for three. Kobe does it. Lakers tied at 65 thanks to Kobe's 27.
Well, they got Chris Paul in a bad position at time, way under the basket in a crowd.
David West on the move. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. We'll call the foul on Roney on the grab.
Talked about getting Chris Paul in trouble. Under the basket, he tries to get it to Tyson Chandler, but it was errant, and the Lakers made him pay. In transition, settling for the three. Kobe knocks it down. So with 5:06 to play, tie ball game as David West goes back to the free throw line where he just knocked down two.
Kobe's got the last 13 points for the Lakers, and he realizes with Pau Gasol out and Lamar, the yeoman work at the defensive end on David West, Lamar's already got a double-double at 13 and 10, but it's going to take a little extra.
Well, it's going to take a little extra, but it's also going to take other guys to knock down perimeter shots because they're going to double him up. When he gives up the basketball, you make that one extra pass, you're going to have a wide open shot. You have to knock it down. Whether it's Jordan, whether it's Radmanovic, whether it's Sasha, whoever's in the game at the time, you've got to knock down the open looks.
9 and 9 for West, make it 10 and 9. He's advanced to one of the better power forwards in the NBA. A great face-up game as he's got 10 and 9. He had 29 and 10 in their last game, their 25-point win of the San Antonio Spurs, and that was his first game back after missing the previous three with an ankle injury. Kobe, can he recover? Yes. Touch last by Bonzi Wells.
Got to be a little bit more selective on that pass. I mean, Kobe had trouble coming across the key. There was a crowd in the pass, a little bit out of his reach, but he was somehow able to keep it under control.
Tough fall away. It'll be an air ball. It barely got that into his hands. Backdoor lob. Bonzi Wells. Chris Paul saw him all the way.
Slow transition. Kobe fell down, and they didn't help recover. Bonzi had a step on him.
Isolation play. The double and the dive. It'll be Radmanovic. And Lamar with Paul. They're letting him play, aren't they?
That was a loose ball. They ruled that it was anybody's chance to get it.
Jordan Farmar attacks. 2-point game, 69-67. Farmar with 4 off the bench. Nice ball. The fake, the left hand. Chandler on the back tap. That's why he leads the league in offensive glass, the way he brings it back out to start things over. West on the run. He'll get the roll. Usually he likes to face up where he caught it. He put it to the ground that time, and it worked.
Well, Lamar helped on Chris Paul, and then he even got back to David West, but he made the shot. But that's good recovery by Lamar.
Farmar on the run. Paul got a piece of it. Into the shot clock. And Bonzi Wells just got his 4th foul. Kobe goes to the line to shoot 2 more with 3:29 left in the third.
This game may go down to the final possession the way this one has been so far. With the 4th foul on Bonzi, Byron Scott chooses to go small in the backcourt, brings in Gennaro Pargo to go alongside Chris Paul. So now you know they're going to try to take it out of Kobe's hands because Kobe's probably going to go to the post.
Got the roll. Kobe now 11 of 12 at the track with 28 points and 5 boards. With Pargo back in. Small backcourt of Pargo and Paul. They keep Stojakovic out there with David West and Tyson Chandler. And Sasha's going to be coming in. Next whistle for the Lakers. Couple more for Kobe. And the Lakers only trail by 2, 71-69. They're shooting 43%. Hornets all the way up to 48%. The Lakers staying close, though. They've outscored the Hornets 16-7 at the charity stripe. And a reach from behind on Kobe. The Lakers pick up their 14th foul. And for Kobe, it is his second.
Obviously, you would like to keep everybody out of foul trouble, but I think it's imperative that Kobe stay out of foul trouble.
Hornets at 64% shooting so far here in the third. And boy, did they do a number in the fourth on San Antonio. They held the Spurs only 8 points on Wednesday night, right here on their home floor. So they clamped down to the fourth. For the shot clock for Chris Paul, who's aware of it. Lamar directed it to Kobe. Up ahead, Roney beats him down the floor, and the foul on Chris Paul from behind.
Everybody in the building is complaining on the call, but Chris Paul. That's a good hustle play, though, by Chris. Roney was well ahead, and he comes out of nowhere. He gets a lot of ball, but he comes off the ball and gets the arm. So Roney will visit the charity stripe for the first time. Looking to scratch for the first time.
He's got 4 assists, 3 rebounds. And doesn't get his first free throw. Third miss of the night for the Lakers, 16 of 19 at the stripe. So 10 points for the Lakers bench. And that was the difference in the win here. Compared right now to 18 for the Hornets reserves. And make it 11 as Roney is on the board. Tough night from the floor for Roney. 0 for 6, as you mentioned. But the other things he's done well.
Lakers are in zone.
Little zone 2-3 matchup.
You rarely see the Lakers play zone.
5 of the shot clock for Chris Paul. What a pass. And Stojakovic blows it. Chandler stays with it.
That was close to offensive interference.
And that's what Phil Jackson said right next door to him was Zach Zarba.
The second tap that Tyson did, the ball was seemingly just lying on the rim.
Sasha off the bench. Air ball. Now tracking Paul. That is going to be the key. And stopping the ball. It'll be a couple of free throws. 2:16 to play, and we'll have free throws for Paul when we come back.
Well, they turned that air ball into a long rebound and into transition. That sends Chris Paul to the free throw line as the Hornets trying to build on a 3-point advantage. Lakers lead by 3, and there's only 2:16 left to go here in the third, and the Hornets picking up the pace because of Chris Paul. I talked about making him be 1 of 2. Don't let him do score and give the assist. And doing a pretty good job of both right now as he's picking apart the Lakers defense every time they get the opportunity. He's got 13 assists right now. We still have a lot of time left to play. And with that 13 assists, he also has 15 points. But the Lakers are right there, only trailing by 3. Could be 4 or 5 with Paul going to the line to shoot a pair.
Over the last 4, Chris Paul averaging 28 points and 15.5 assists. So Stewie's got his 40th double-double of the year. In comparison, Tyson Chandler got his 32nd already tonight. So they've got one guy who gets double-doubles one way. Another way is Chris Paul, of course. He had 26 and 17 on Wednesday night. We're talking about a really gifted talent for a long time to come. And you didn't hear what we were mentioning earlier in the telecast. He's only 22 years old. Played 2 years of college ball at Wake Forest.
And what I like about him is one of the things is he utilizes his different speeds so effectively. I mean, he's generally going at about 30 miles an hour, and then he'll step on the gas, go 50, 70, and whatever it takes, he gets it done.
Little zone action. It frees up Farmar.
You got to get the ball into the middle.
Sasha for 3. Luke Walton read it. Gets the rebound from Chandler. Luke did a good job of the first half of little things. He had 5 assists, in fact, in the first half to lead the Lakers.
See, the ball is just going around the perimeter. Until you get it inside out, you play right into the zone's hands.
And now it looks like they got out of the zone. Farmar with the clock down. The teardrop's a beauty. Little runner, 74-72. Farmar with a half dozen.
Tyson Chandler was sitting in his crouch, but didn't even attempt to jump after he noticed that teardrop.
Lakers led by 3 at the break. Stojakovic. The close came from Farmar, not his man. And Chandler Paul burns them. That was originally Farmar's man.
Too easy, though. Way too easy. I mean, he had time to read the newspaper, take a sip of coffee.
Man, he's looking at potentially a 2020 night. Luke Walton jumps it out. Farmar, the triple. Too strong. And Lamar kept it alive, but West comes up with it. Kobe with the hole. 3 throws for Chris Paul. Inside of 51 seconds left. Third on Kobe.
I just don't think you can fall too much in love with the perimeter game, even though they're in the zone. Once you get it inside, then you pitch it out. Now you've got that zone rushing out at you. Put it on the floor, go to the basket a little bit. Mix it up. Again, let success be your guide.
And the Lakers continue to struggle from the outside of this contest. They're right at where they were. But about 42-43% at the half. Well, down to 42% right now. And just 5 of 17 as they get a break. Chris Paul has missed his last 2 free throw attempts.
You should shoot it from behind the three-point line, I guess.
He rushed that. He had more time when he took the three-pointer.
I'm going to have to talk to him after the game. He doesn't have any rebounds, though. 20 points, 13 assists, no rebounds. Chris Paul tells me, hey, my job isn't to rebound.
6-point lead. They'll stay in the zone.
See, and the Lakers are still struggling with it.
Out of bounds on the kick. So put 14 back on the shot clock with 35 seconds left in the third.
They bought 5 seconds on the kick because the clock was down to 9. Kickball puts it at 14. But you've got to attack the zone. You just can't pass it around.
Look, our Kobe right there, a real long 3 and tracked down by Luke. Now pull it back out and take your time for 1 as Luke puts that single finger up. 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Boy, Kobe was right on line. A little bit strong. 8 on the shot clock for Kobe on the high screen and roll. Over Chandler and David West grabs the miss. Pargo leaving it off. Chandler. The big finish for New Orleans.
I'll tell you something about Tyson Chandler. He might be 7 feet, but he can run the floor like a 6-footer. He is fast.
Well, the Hornets go to the break as we get ready for the final quarter with their biggest lead of the game.
The last basket just streaking down the floor as Tyson Chandler hammers it home and then hammers home his point. As the Hornets go into the 4th, leading by 8, outscoring the Lakers by 11 in the 3rd. We've got 12 more minutes of action. Can the Lakers make it up? Come back and you'll find out. The Hornets have opened up this 8-point advantage.
Well, don't forget Sunday. It was originally scheduled for a Sunday night in Houston. They've moved it up, though. So 12:30. It'll start on KCAL 9. Join us Sunday afternoon, 12:30, the Rockets. And will the Rockets go into that game with a 21-game winning streak? They were down early in the first half at home to Charlotte, but it was very early. 8-point lead to start the fourth. David West posting up. Now he'll face up against Luke Walton, who popped it away. So an opportunity for points off a turnover. And that's the way it'll start in the fourth for the Lakers. Good handoff. Farmar, mid-range. Jordan's got it. Luke on the assist. Lakers, as Farmar's got 8, cut it to 6. Kobe's the only starter out there right now for the Lakers.
And Kobe might have to play the rest of this ball game.
They took away Chandler effectively on the screen and roll. David West denied and taken away again on the turnover. It'll be Sasha spotting up inside the arc. He's got it.
He was due.
Quick couple of buckets. His first after a couple of misses. 1 for 3. 80-76. Lakers back within 4. Stops. Julian Wright spotting up. And Julian Wright gets the 3. The rookie out of Kansas who's just growing for this team, and especially in confidence now that he's getting minutes in the rotation.
And making shots like that will give you confidence and also give you playing time.
Sasha on the pick and roll. Out of bounds, belonging to the Lakers.
Tyson Chandler, pretty good job of shutting off the baseline as Sasha trying to turn the corner. Fortunate to get the ball back.
Kobe up against the rookie. Left Kansas on the dive. Farmar blocked away by West. A good recovery by David West. Rotating over. Into the shot clock for the Lakers. Kobe got the contact, didn't get the whistle. And it goes across to Chris Paul. Wow. Foul of the Lakers in the backcourt trying to take it away. It'll be on Luke Walton.
Wow. I'm surprised that Kobe didn't end up on the free throw line on that play.
Let's head over to John Ireland. John?
Guys, during that last timeout, the Laker coaches only said two things. One, move the ball more. We need to get shots closer to the basket, a lot like Stu was talking about. And also on defense, they said, get your you-know-what's back. We can't get beat on transition or we're dead. Joel?
Okay, John. Chris Paul's got some space and makes the most of it.
But he does things, it almost looks like he's playing in slow motion. He's so good.
Lead is 9, their biggest of the night. Farmer can't lose Paul. It'll be Roney. And on the deflection, Kobe. Reach from behind. And the foul on the slap by Pargo. So each with an early team foul. With 9:44 to play and serious catch-up time now for the Lakers.
Yeah, they can't let this one get any further. A lot of time, but 9 points to a team that's playing as well as the Hornets.
Kobe over right. Luke Walton another one. And taken away by Paul. Slipped inside. Got it cleanly. On the trail, right. And a shove. With a couple of, well, no free throws, but on the pass. Call Farmar. So second team foul first on Farmar. Lakers got it down to 4 at 80 to 76, but 5 unanswered. And the Hornets bring back in Melvin Eli. The Clips to Charlotte for a couple of second rounders from San Antonio last year. And that was tantalizing, wasn't it, for Jordan Farmar?
Well, he hesitated on his first step. If his first step would have been real positive, he would have taken that one.
David West. And knocked out of bounds from Eli. 12 on the shot clock still, though, for the Hornets.
Good hustle play, though, by the Lakers that time. And Luke Walton, in particular, covered a lot of ground to be able to reach in and knock that one free.
Chris Paul, the difference maker once again for this team. 22 points, 14 assists to hesitation. And Eli will take the miss.
But see, that happens solely because of dribble penetration. Your bigs start getting in a position where they know they have to be ready to help on him, frees up their men to get inside position for the rebound.
4 points off the bench, this time from Melvin Eli. Luke Walton got right out of position. Long three from Farmar. Jordan knocks her down, 87-79. Huge for the Lakers. He's got 11. But it's got to start at this end with the stops. Too easy. Pargo on the three. It's back to 11, 80-79. Sasha tries to answer and does exactly that with a triple. 90-82. When did the stops going to arrive, by the way?
They better start rather quickly, because with 8 minutes and some change.
Right, the long deuce. Kid's got a good stroke. Only 2 years at Kansas. 20-year-old from Chicago.
And they're knocking shots down, and that's just racking up assists for Chris Paul. He's up to 15 now.
Luke Walton. Kobe tried to battle it around. Going to be picked up by David West. They've got a 4-on-2.
Look at this track meet.
And Julian right on the finish. Paul with another easy assist. His 16th of the game. Timeout, Lakers.
Yeah, and the Lakers need the timeout. That was a track meet. Everybody was in. It's almost like a 60-yard dash. And they were all Hornets as Chris Paul ends it, throwing it up. And Wright throwing it down. What a break.
Next text question. Well, who should have their jersey retired? Number up in the rafters at Staples. Byron Scott, Michael Cooper. Good ideas. 86212 on your cell. Your chance to win. That's 86212 on your cell phone. So the Lakers, their deepest deficit, and the Hornets to start the fourth. Now they've hit 6 out of their 7 attempts. You saw the numbers up here. Old friend of yours, Pistol Pete Maravich. Well, Lamar Odom's back onto the floor for the Lakers.
Well, this is the Lakers' chance or time to make a push. 7:47 left. They have to make a push right here as Kobe goes out for his break as Lamar comes back. But you have to make a push now. You can't wait for Kobe to come back before you start your push.
Sasha off the screens. But a good close by Julian Wright. He's long. Boy, long arms for that kid.
Got an issue.
Off the pick. Not close. So Admonovich, the inside position. And picked up by the quicker, smaller Jannero Pargo. Yeah, it looks like David West. He's been bothered by a turned ankle. Just back last game after missing 3. And then he re-injured it last game. And he's hobbling. Inside of 10 of the shot clock.
Well, he is hobbling a bit. I'm wondering if it's a decoy, though, till Chris Paul finds him.
Step back. And Roding tapped it to himself. Good job, because it looked like he was going to miss time his jump. Nobody stops the ball, but a reach by Paul to get his teammate off the floor.
Yeah, he's hobbling.
They'll bring Stojakovic back in. The Lakers only 3 minutes worth of Pau Gasol tonight. If he came in late, he was gone with a turned ankle. Sprained his left ankle.
6:50 to play now. That clock is really working against the Lakers. Travel.
Yeah, Ronnie set up Sasha. Lakers couldn't capitalize, though, but definitely a walk that they got away with. 94-82, still a 12-point lead for the Hornets. Lakers shooting only 39%. Stojakovic. He's only 4 for 15, but that could be a backbreaker.
Well, that's 17 assists now for Chris Paul. It all is about making shots. And they're making shots.
Lamar over Wright. Kept it alive. Radmanovich will shoot 2. So on the attack, didn't settle. He'll go to the line with the Lakers down with their deepest deficit of 15.
Tyson Chandler getting ready to check back in as we get another look at the last three-pointer by Peja Stojakovic. Just a drop off, and he makes it count. 22 and 17 for Chris Paul. Tyson Chandler comes back. He's got 14 and 14. David West went out with that little gimpy ankle. He's got 12 points, 14 rebounds.
Radmanovich gets the first of 2. So 14-point game, and I think that look by Derek Fisher kind of sums it all up for the Lakers and their fans. Lakers are going to have a chance to get this team one more time. Lamar tapped it. Ronnie's got it. So 6:05 to play. Plenty of time for a good run. And Kobe's coming back, and Lamar finger rolls it home. 97-85. Ton of time, but you've got to get the stops.
I mean, it's imperative now. As I talked about, the clock is the biggest issue. I'm sure they're down on the scoreboard, but not a lot of time playing against a team that's red hot.
Right. Creating. Back tap again. Stojakovic. Well, credit Tyson Chandler. Not only the offensive board, but the assists. They're 7 of 8 on the three-point tries in the second half. Tyson Chandler now has 8 offensive rebounds. He had a career best 11 a couple of weeks ago against Atlanta. Sasha. And picked up by Paul. Yep. Sasha surprised him, but couldn't hold on.
Yeah, Sasha was coming from the blind side, but he had so much momentum that he knocked it out of bounds and fell down himself.
Toyota, moving forward. By Southwest Airlines. With Southwest Airlines convenient nonstop flights, it's like having your own company plane. And by your Southern California Dodge dealers. Live life to the fullest. Dodge. Grab life.
The Lakers locker is open once again for a chance to win dinner for two plus a limo ride. Tonight's winning combination 23, 46, and 12. Enter right now on kcal9.com/Lakers. Brought to you in part by Sport Clips Haircuts.
It continues to be a big lead for the Hornets, 100-85. So let's see if the Lakers have a final push with Kobe and Lamar. And I mentioned April 11th for New Orleans. Talk about a way to close out a season. How about the final weekend of the regular season for the Lakers at home? Hornets on Friday and the San Antonio Spurs on Sunday the 13th. That'll tell you a lot, but don't forget, this Sunday, it has been moved. It's not a night game anymore in Houston. It'll be 12:30 back home on KCAL 9.
Again, health is going to be the issue that tells you a lot. You know, the Lakers come out on this really tough four-game trip, and 3 minutes into the contest, they lose Pau Gasol.
So Pau, and we have not been told whether he is going to be able to play. Next game, rest of the trip. 3 minutes to go in that Detroit game. And Detroit by 3. There's a foul on Kobe. And you talked about the road trip. Well, the four teams the Lakers face, including tonight's game, 172-86, their record. The four have a winning percentage of 67+%. That's the toughest. I mentioned at the very top of the telecast, since the 72-73 season that the Lakers have experienced. If anything, Hornets want to slow it down a little. Chris Paul, short, and Kobe's got it off the front of the rim. Derek Fisher back there, an extra shooter. Radmanovich.
I just don't think you come down and take that quick a shot. I mean, unless you're just absolutely wide open.
Lakers now 7 of 24, 29% from beyond the arc, and only 38.5% overall. Where was that?
I don't think they want Wright throwing the lob to Tyson Chandler.
Jordan Farmar to a wide open Derek Fisher. Fish comes through. It's down to a dozen. 100-88, and there is a ton of time.
Well, that's a lot of time. 4:20.
I just saw Milwaukee up by 10, a little more than 3 to play against Utah. Utah won that game. But it was Milwaukee.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's not New Orleans. And Chris Paul. Right. And Lamar will get it.
See, that was too easy of an attempt by Wright.
Radmanovich. And Kobe. Over Tyson Chandler for the easy one. 100-90. Inside of 4 to play.
What you want the Hornets to do, though, is to get into a protective mode. I think it's too early to just start to protect a lead. They should just continue doing what they were doing successfully.
8-3 run. Off the pick, Chris Paul all the way to the glass.
And that's one of them. That's what they were doing with him having the rock.
Real easy penetration. On the high screen and roll by Chris Paul. Kobe wanted to get past Wright. Line drive. So now clock management when you're up by a dozen on your home floor. Paul and Radmanovich with the easy call. Paul tried to get his money's worth too, though, didn't he?
Well, he got his money's worth.
Yeah, he got into Radmanovich.
He got into Radmanovich is unhappy too.
He threw an elbow. You can see a little welt forming on the outside of the left eyebrow of Radmanovich.
He got him good.
So a couple of free throws coming up for Chris Paul.
This would be points 25 and 26 if he's successful, to go along with 17 dimes.
Well, it's his second consecutive game with 17 assists.
Well, he just, after he shot it, his hand comes off the ball and slaps Radmanovich in the face.
Is it an unnatural basketball act to you?
Sort of like how Kobe got suspended a couple of years ago.
An unnatural act. 104-90. Hit a bit more in the corner. Romanovich got a piece of it to keep him alive. Kobe for three. It is 104-93 with 2:50 and counting remaining in the contest. Kobe's got 34, 8 boards, couple of assists. For the Lakers as a group, only shooting a little less than 40%. And on the road, difficult to win. Paul. And giving a loose ball foul on Tyson Chandler.
Chris Paul sprained his ankle.
Oh,
Chris Paul
he
left
grabbed
ankle.
it real quickly, too. Oh, man.
I don't know if that's the same ankle he hurt before, but he had an ankle injury that kept him out of the lineup about a year ago for quite some time. 2.5 to play here in the fourth, and the Hornets on top, 104-93.
Actively safe features, continuing the pursuit of perfection. And by HDTV, presented by Time Warner Cable, home of your free HD. 2:31 to play and looking ahead on the road trip. Man, this is the first of 4 Rocket Sunday on KCAL 9, all on KCAL 9. 12:30 back home, 5:30 on Tuesday at Dallas, and finally in Salt Lake City, it'll be Thursday at 7:30 in the Jazz. A big win tonight. They won 110-92 at Boston. So Boston suffering just their 5th home loss of the year. Well, the Utah Jazz, one of the worst division-leading road records you'll ever see. Well, good news. Chris Paul got up on his own and walked over to the bench.
Well, three-point shooting, I mean, the Hornets, they've knocked them down, especially here in the second half. Whether it's off the bench, it's right, but Gennaro Pargo came in and knocked one down. Of course, you always know about Peja. He's a bona fide three-point shooter. They've made the Lakers pay as Chris Paul stays in the game, and that's a good sign.
Now to the timeout. The Lakers have to hustle. Kobe for 3. Lamar tried to get it. Pargo's got it. So 104-93, an 11-point advantage. Lakers just 9 of 28 on their 3-point attempts. Thrown away by Julian Wright again, his second turnover. Don't forget when the Lakers were here before and they did a number on this team. Andrew Bynum and Trevor Ariza played, and the two combined for 27 points, 16 boards, and 3 blocks as well from Andrew Bynum. Different story.
And they help the Lakers in the area where they need to, where they get the most help, and that's on the defensive end. Both Andrew, who is he's really shorts up that defense, and Trevor, a real fine perimeter defender.
Oh, the Hornets, it appears, are going to be in the loss column, dead even with the Lakers, and a game back in the win column as Kobe will get the miss. Minute 35. Backdoor. Romanovich on the run. It's down to 9. So a 3-possession game, 104-95. It's going to require, though, some steals.
A foul on Jordan. I thought he just had it go off his shin, but the official said that Jordan hit him on the arm. So that's free throws coming to Gennaro Pargo.
Well, Phil Jackson is talking to Zach Zarba because he was actually behind the two, and Phil wanted to know how he could see from behind on the baseline. Now Jordan Farmer over to Byron Scott.
Jordan telling Byron what happened. Byron said, come on, man, you hit him on the arm.
Well, Fargo misses the first of two. He'll get one of two. One thing the Lakers have not suffered from is offensive production. But tonight, they're not shooting the ball as well as we've seen in the past. Kobe goes by right for the easy one. 105-97, minute 21, and that didn't take long. Now you've got to take it away. And Fargo draws the contact from Kobe.
Foul on Kobe.
It's a fifth on Kobe. 1:19 remaining.
They had Gennaro on the baseline as Kobe reached in and got a lot of ball. I mean, a lot of ball. Wow. But again, that motion of swinging down, it just seems like the officials just anticipate when you swing your palms toward the floor, the whistle comes. If you swing your palms toward the ceiling, you get away with a lot more.
Former Laker Gennaro Pargo in his sixth season out of Arkansas gets the first. Tries to make it a 10-point game and does exactly that. All has to happen in a hurry for the Lakers. Long one spins out, almost backed by Radmanovich, and the loose ball foul. Minute 9 to play, and that may do it.
That's going to send Tyson Chandler to the free throw line. He just picked up his 20th, count them, 20th rebound to go along with 14 points. So they're center and point guard with the big numbers game. 14 points, 20 rebounds for Chandler, 26 points, 17 assists for Chris Paul.
And 9 of his 20, Stu, have come at the offensive end.
That's why he leads the league.
Only 25 in his 7th year out of Dominguez High in Compton. Second player taken in 2001. Went to the Chicago Bulls, of course, the Elton Brand deal, but then came here. And it was an interesting trade. Last season for P.J. Brown, J.R. Smith. Chris Paul, though, once again the difference maker. 107-97, so he couldn't capitalize on either. Lamar, and knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lakers with 1:02 to play. And Chris Paul will come up with it. Oh, he wanted him to get a board. He's got 3 now. So a 2-1 series lead now for the Hornets as Chris Paul shows his ball handling skills.
He's putting on a show for the fans.
Hard to believe he was taken 4th. Teams actually passed on him. Lamar gets the block. Lakers get the ball. And Farmar tripped up by Paul.
Player of the game, that's an easy one tonight. Chris Paul, 26 and 17 in 43 minutes.
Is he stuck on that? That's the game Wednesday night. He had those numbers identical.
And he'll be happy to be stuck on that one every game. Those are numbers that players just dream about.
So 7th in the league in assists last year. Farmar barely got it to the rim. He's 2nd in the league in assists this year, and he's only 4/10 behind Steve Nash. So the opportunity
not after tonight.
Right, to overtake him coming in tonight. And it seems like that's been an area of eminent domain for Steve Nash over the last, 3+ since he joined the Phoenix Suns. So Farmar gets 1 of 2. Jordan, 12 off the bench tonight with 4 assists. Pretty natural for him as he's grabbed by Radmanovic. The spin, the pirouette. He just balance.
He just makes it look so easy.
Yeah. He is just a smooth player in only his 3rd season.
And he doesn't let you really get settled in defensively because he changes his speed so well. I've said it many times. If you're the fastest guy in the league, but you only play at one speed, I can adjust and I can get myself in a defensive place where I know what to expect. But if you change your speeds, you totally keep me off balance.
How did Atlanta let him go by, or Darren Williams for that purpose when they needed the lead guard? And we've got a timeout called by the Lakers. They're still in search of a lead guard in Atlanta, aren't they?
Well, with 22.6 seconds, the Hornets are definitely not in search of any point guards because they've got a guy that's playing very well.
Kobe's just fouled out. With 36, 9, and 3, he'll go over to the bench with 14.9 left, and Chris Paul will go back to the free throw line. So a frustrating night for the Lakers, losing their 2nd scoring option. Pau Gasol 3 minutes into the game.
Chris Paul having his difficulties at the stripe, though.
7 of 11 after that miss. So a lot of question marks for the remainder of the trip for the Lakers, Stu, with the injury to Pau Gasol. As he misses 2. Not close. Air ball for Farmar. Now get it across the line. And the Lakers will head to Houston on the charter tonight, losing by 10. Led by 3 at the half. And Lamar Odom did a good job, but even though the Lakers had 5 in double figures, they only shot 38% for the contest. So before their 7th sellout and their largest crowd of the season, a big win for Byron Scott and the New Orleans Hornets.
Now this is a game the Lakers have to again learn from, though. They were there at the half. They led by 3. First 5 minutes of the 3rd quarter was their undoing. They didn't get the job done, and as a result, they come up on the losing end.
So the Lakers with the loss, 45-20 in the always tight Western Conference standings. For Stu Lance, John Ireland, I'm Joel Myers. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again on Sunday. Early start, don't forget, right here on KCAL 9. It'll be 12:30 back home. Final again, 108-98 as the Lakers lose to Byron Scott and the Hornets.